All right, guys, I am back for day 2 of my 21-day challenge. Thank you guys so much for looking at the video yesterday. The last I checked, I had 20 views on YouTube and I had 1 like, so I'm super excited about that and cannot wait to see what happens today. I am Brandis Henderson Daniel. Again, I am the CEO and founder of Carl's Fashion Row, but I am also many things. Including someone who has the desire to be a public speaker. And so that's why I'm doing this challenge, so that I can break past the fear of hearing my voice on camera and seeing what I look like on camera and just doing it anyway. So I put a question on Facebook and I asked what you guys wanted me to talk about today. And I heard back from one person. Of course, it's my friend who would reply, Harold Webster. And he asked me a loaded question. And he said he wanted me to talk about how to find your passion. The reason I say it's a loaded question is because it really does differ for different people. And I try my best to do a very general overview of it, but I want you to know that it really is very unique to you and that everybody has a very different journey. So instead of me just talking today, I am trying something out new on day number 2. And that is a presentation that I did, and I want to talk you through it. So I hope that you guys enjoy this. I am going to share my screen now. And let me do that. And let's see if it works. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I am actually going to put this on presentation mode. Perfect. Oh, hold on a second. Let me just go right back, and I am not going to edit this out because this is a part of me making mistakes. Okay, so I called it finding your gold because I feel like finding your passion is kind of like finding gold. I know, what it's done for my life, and I know once you find your passion, it will be incredible for your life as well. So my thoughts on finding your passion is that you need to be on the right floor, or at least you need to be exploring opportunities on the right floor. And you can see I have 5 different things listed here. But what do I mean by that is, if you're working in medicine, but you really want to do something in music, if music is your passion, like you need to be some kind of way on that floor. What does that mean? That could mean, you're talking to people who work in music. That could mean you're going to music conferences. You're exposing yourself to that industry so you at least know what's going on, so that if opportunities come about, you can actually take advantage of those opportunities. So please make sure that you are on the right floor when you're finding your passion. So some of you might say, well, Brandis, I have absolutely no idea what my passion is. I have absolutely no idea what it is I want to do. And for those people, what I would say is, and I have a small little thing down here, so hopefully you guys can't see that. But there's a few different things here. Explore your gifts. And if you don't know what you're gifted at, ask people around you. And it doesn't always have to be these really overly complicated things. It can be something as simple as, girl, you love to talk and your gift is talking to people. Okay, so let's explore that and what are the opportunities available that requires you to talk to people. Another thing you want to do is meet new people as you're kind of thinking about what your passion is if you have no idea. Volunteer for different events, volunteer for a different organization so you can kind of figure out what your passion is. Go to new events, and there's all kind of events going on. We're right where you are, but we usually tend to stick with the same exact people and the same exact events. So go out of your comfort zone and travel. Traveling will expose you to so many different areas. So this slide here is, I have put a time clock here because your passion is going to require patience from you. If you ask me, how long should I work on one idea? You do not want to hear my answer because I'm going to tell you at least 3 years. I just think that you have to spend time exploring your passion to know how far you can go with it. You know, sometimes we get a little bit discouraged and we try something for 1 year and it doesn't work out and we just kind of want to let it go. But like, it does require a lot of time. And then I have no comparison here, because don't compare your story to anybody else's story. Your journey is uniquely yours. And what happened for someone else might not happen for you, and that's fine. So you have to give your passion some time. And I wanted to give you guys a few examples. Again, please ignore the little Google bar at the bottom. But my first example is Oprah Winfrey, and I wanted to show you just kind of her trajectory. So she majored in communications, became a news reporter, the host of a local show in Chicago, which then led to her national show. And of course, after that, her opportunities were limitless. So you can kind of see how everything in her life kind of weaved together and prepared her to have her own Oprah Winfrey show. The next person you might know, it is yours truly. And my trajectory was a lot different and had a lot more steps to it, but I majored in fashion merchandise. My first job out of school was I sold insurance. After that, I worked in purchasing for a home builder. Then I worked temp jobs, and you can kind of see I eventually got into my field, which was retail buying, which then eventually led me to starting HFR. But it took a while for me to get there, and I really had to practice a lot of patience in getting to where I wanted to be. And I also learned so much. You will be surprised at things that you will learn from jobs that seem like they have nothing to do with your passion. And that insurance job in particular, what I learned from that job was how to get my foot in the door with pretty much anybody. And that has been invaluable for me, because when I sold insurance, I had to make appointments and I had to go to people's home and sit down and sell them this insurance, but they didn't know me. So I had to figure out, how do I get them to let me in their home, and they don't know who I am. And so that skill has really, truly helped me with HFR. So the next one is just, I don't want you guys to get discouraged. It's behind this little Google Hangout, so I'm sorry, but I want you to know that you're not behind. Sometimes we can like look at social media and see what our friends are doing, and everybody looks like they're living this fabulous, glamorous life, but you are not behind. This is your journey, and I want to show you a few people that will hopefully give you some encouragement to let you know that you're not behind. I didn't start HFR until I was 30. I didn't start working in my field until I was, I think I was 24, but there are people who started a lot later than that. So Samuel L. Jackson, look at him. He didn't get his big role until he was 43. Then you've got Garen Heaven, which I actually just learned about, quite honestly, but he opened the first curves at 40 years old. Then there's Vera Wang, who I know all my ladies out there know who she is. She's like famous for her wedding gowns, and is one of like the top fashion designers in the world, but she didn't enter the fashion industry until she was 40. And then there's Julia Childs, which I know this is a stretch, but I wanted you guys to see that she didn't even write her first cookbook until she was 50. So please don't tell me that it's too late for you. It's not too late for you. So the question is, what will you do? That is the question. And, you know, we all kind of have this opportunity to do anything that we want to do. You know, there's so for us to explore our passion. There's so many opportunities out there for us now through the internet, and we can find out about different jobs. We can contact different people to talk to them. The opportunities are absolutely limitless. So please go out and pursue your passion, because I will tell you, if I had never gotten into fashion, I would have missed out on this whole world of opportunities that have come my way if I had never really tried to get into fashion. And it was kind of tempting not to pursue it, because I was doing really well at the home builder I was working for. And when they went out of business, I got offered several jobs from other contractors and home builders, but I decided not to take those jobs because I really wanted to get in fashion. And I don't even want to imagine what my life would be had I not really taken a stand to say, no, I actually want to do what I love and I want to work in my passion. So I hope you guys got something really great from this. I would love to hear in your comments on YouTube or on my Facebook page if we're Facebook friends. My Facebook is Brandis Daniel. And I just want to hear from you guys. What do you want to hear about next? Did you find this really interesting and helpful? I hope so. So until tomorrow, I will see you guys then, and have an amazing Tuesday.